I'm here at one of the local parks. I've hunted here quite a bit before. There's always the potential for silver or older, coins and some Civil War artifacts. Every once in a while you find a bullet or something. Anyway, I got the Etrac. I got the ultimate coil, Sunray probe. Just, standard Etrac, nothing else. Pretty much just Sunray probe, ultimate coil. And with the ultimate coil, even if it gets me another inch of depth, that may be enough, enough to find something that I've passed over before or something. Because a lot of coins I've found out here have been right on the edge, of discovery with a regular coil. I had this 3030 over there. One of my videos where I think it was titled "Digging Deep Coins" with the 3030. So I know there's a lot of good stuff out here, and the norm out here is, I'd say 85 to 90% of the signals are low conductor type signals, like in the pull tab, that range there. So what I did, I just set up my Tri-C Park pattern, and I'm gonna go around and see if I can find anything, anything has potential. I'm sure I'll dig a lot of trash, but see what we can do. Here's one in the low conductor zone. It's not hitting very good at all, but it's probably because it's not really falling in my pattern real good, I would think. Trying to fall in my nickel pattern, and it's showing deeper. We'll dig this one out too. Like I said, this is kind of iffy signal, so even though I'm running a pattern on the Etrac, I can hear the threshold. So if I hit something that's discriminated out, I can hear the threshold null. Then I can open it up if I have to. This acts like a deeper low conductor target. I have to get my rag. Stuff's falling apart. I'm gonna check it with the detector. It's showing that it's still down there. I guess I just gotta go deeper. Get past the roots. Maybe it's the old nickel. Uh-oh, got a dog coming up. Not another dog, huh? Get out of here. Uh-oh. Get out of here. Remember that last episode? Finish with my mess here. Okay, I'm getting a hit down in the hole finally. It's a deep one. Yeah. Probably digging out. Hope that ain't it. Jeez. No, that ain't it. Down there, probably 8 inches. Oh, what is that? Oh, check it out. Oh, man. You know what that is? Let me see if it'll focus. Look at that. Silver nickel, probably 8 or 9 inches down there. That's why I dig these iffy ones out. Let's see if we can get it to focus, just for the heck of it. Yeah. And there you go. That was pretty awesome. I think that was my second dig, you know, since I started. The first one was, couldn't find it. I think it was just junk. But the second dig, and I got me a war nickel. So got another one here. It's a high, kind of a high conductor, but it's not hitting very good. Same thing. It's kind of iffy. We'll see. 3839 could be screw cap, could be wheat penny, could be, you know, other junk. We'll dig her out. All right, this didn't appear to be real deep, maybe 4 or 5 inches. What I need to do somehow is need to flip the plugs the other way so they're not in the way of the camera. See if we can get anything now. Well, there you go. Well, my next dig looks like it's I believe it's a wheat penny. I mean, that's pretty good for out here. Whoops, I dropped it. Let me get it. I believe it's a wheat. Let me. Yeah, I believe it's a wheat. And like I said, this place has been pounded, and it's pretty good. First 2 out of 3 digs have been something decent. I've got to say, I never expected that silver nickel and that wheat penny in this pounded park. I've hit this park a lot, and most of the time it's just junk. So here's another one. It's same zone, but it's a lot shallower, and it seems like it's hitting strong. Now, really, I don't expect this to be like a wheat penny or anything. It's too shallow, and the signal's real good. But we'll see. Oh, I see rust. Okay, this was a rusty item. I don't know. It looks like it almost looks like a leg off of something. You know, you could tell. He said it looks like it's a leg. I'll say this is kind of iffy low conductor. Sure, if I opened the screen I'd get it, but it's alright, we'll just pinpoint it. Right about there. Alright, this is that iffy low conductor. Okay, I'm getting a hit anyway. There it is. Beaver tail, but they act just like a deep, older, thinner nickel, so it's all right. Here's another low conductor, kind of deeper, iffy type signal again. Not really hitting in my nickel pattern too good, but good enough to investigate. This one was a little harder to pinpoint. I think there's trash around it. There's some trash back off this way. hear the threshold nulling out. So we'll open the screen wide open. It's probably gonna be something thin. Yeah, another beaver tail folded up. Here's another low conductor, but like I said, that's what pretty much dominates out here in these trashy parts, is these low conductors. So once again, not a very good signal at all. If I open it wide open, you can get an idea how it's hitting. Dig it out, just never know. It's probably gonna be junk too. It's too shallow. Hitting too weak. Yeah, another beaver tail. Okay, I started out good. Now I'm hitting some trash, but that's normal. Here's one that's hitting a lot stronger in the nickel zone. Take a guess. This may be a little bigger than a nickel, might be can slaw, but I don't know. We'll find out. It seemed like it was a pretty solid signal, pinpointed pretty good. Sounds good. I mean good. I mean, it's just nice and repeatable, and usually those beaver tails and stuff don't hit that solid. Uh-oh. Got fooled on that one big time. The signal just sounded a lot better than that. I'm gonna keep checking. Guess that was it. Probably a big old. I'll go over the hole again though. Them beaver tails usually don't hit that strong. That's the plug right there. I'm gonna go back over it. That's where I dug that beaver tail. There's some iron down there, so maybe that's why it pinpointed so strong. Got another low conductor falling in my nickel notch. Numbers aren't too bad. Ground's just kind of muddy. Not really muddy. It's not real muddy, but it ain't really sticking together real good either. So it's kind of, every time I dig, it just falls apart. But not complaining. Could be, could be a lot worse. Could be ground hard as cement. At least it's easy to dig. It's not hitting very good. Probably gonna be junk, usually if you can't get a real good hit on it. Yeah, that's a folded up ring tab. Here's one in the nickel zone. Seems like it's a surface find or just an inch or two down. This ought to be almost a surface deal. Okay, that time it was a surface nickel. Here's one that's kind of weird. It's kind of jumping all over the place. It's jumping all over. We'll dig it out. Once again, there's other trash around it, so it was kind of hard to pinpoint. We wanted to pinpoint back this way. The majority of it did. I guess it could be falsing off iron, but I'm gonna dig it anyway. See, now notice the difference. Now I got the hole opened up. That sounds pretty good and pretty repeatable. If I can get past the roots. It's out of the hole. There you go. That's pretty good. I believe that is another wheat penny. Not bad. I mean, the ultimate coil is working pretty good here. I want to show you, I just dug that wheat penny right here, and I'll open the screen up just to give you an idea, you know, what's around it. See, that's where that park pattern can come in handy. It'll help me, even though all this junk is around this, see this? It still helped me isolate that wheat penny. Here's one that's hitting somewhat, could be Indian head. I mean, I'm not saying it is, but in that zone, a little lower than a zinc. Not very good, but we're going to dig it out. This one's kind of in no man's land. A lot of the big square tabs will hit here. So will the real crusty zinc pennies. And sometimes the Indians. And then sometimes other trash. See what we got. It's in the plug. Thought it was, anyway. Unless it fell back down in here. Oh, there it is. Exactly. See, that's one of the bigger square tabs. A lot of times they hit in that zone. Here's another one bouncing around in the zinc zone. That's kind of staying in that square tab zone. Might be the one's brother we just dug. Watch this. This is with a wide open screen. Now I'm going to close it back up and try to isolate that one signal. Here we go. See how quiet it is? That should be it. I want to show you this too. I got this isolated right. Find it again. It looks like it's right there. Now watch when I pinpoint. There's the center of the pinpoint. Now watch this. Now, before it was coming way back this way. So when I'm pinpointing this, it drags it way back over here, which I'm thinking there's a maybe a shallower or bigger trash item over here. So we're going to dig out where I think that other target was. even though the strongest pinpoint was back over here. And could always be off the edge of something. Okay. It's a pretty good, pretty deep target too, so I need to cut my plug different direction so it ain't blocking the hole, I mean the camera. Okay. There's an 8-inch 7-Up lead. Now that I got the 7-Up lid out of the hole, I'm going to show you right there, or right to there actually, is where I just dug that 7-Up lid. Now I said before, it's trying to pinpoint way back here, so watch this. I'm going to put it, that's where I dug that 7-Up lid. I'm going to hit the pinpoint. See, so there was something trying to, that's probably, if I open it wide open, almost guarantee that's a pull tab. Here's another one that has trash around it. Hear that low conductor in there? We'll try to dig this one. I think like a 32, which I don't normally, unless it's an Indian head. Normally a whole lot of good stuff don't come in at 32. That was a bent up, probably a beer cap, anyway, screw cap. Here's another low conductor. Seems kind of trashy, but I'll dig it out. Wasn't hitting real strong. I don't think it was real deep. It's wet over here. I guess maybe I missed the pinpoint a little bit on that one. Yeah, there it is right there. That's why I had a hard time finding it. It's a real thin piece of, I don't know if it's a less sharp. I don't know what it is. It's just it looks like a thin piece of aluminum. Here's another low conductor, not hitting too bad. Not the greatest, but let's pinpoint it. That appears to be center. And now I can't get a signal. You know, I'm not getting a very good signal. I'm gonna dig this one out. Just maybe junk, but then again, you never know. I feel a rock down there, or maybe a root, something. I think it's a rock. No. Actually, I'm gonna get electrocuted here. That might be an electrical line. So I will cover this back up. I got one on the surface. Acts like a surface nickel. It's got to be something real shallow. Only it wasn't a nickel. It was just some can slaw, real shallow. Here's another low conductor type hit. I don't know if it's that can slaw's brother or not. It's right over from it. Must be just a bit deeper. It's not really hitting with the Sunray real good with this discrimination pattern, so likely that it might not be a nickel. Nickels usually come in loud and clear. Well, it could be a gold ring. Or a beaver tail. Or some more can slaw. Here's a real shallow one. 1146, probably a quarter. That's what it was. Just a shallow quarter. I got 3 targets right by each other: a low conductor, a high conductor, then maybe like in the copper or zinc area. So there's the first one. There's a high conductor right beside it. Low conductor beside that. So let's try to dig them out. Hopefully I can get everything all in this frame here. So this is where that quarter kind of signal was. Acts like it's right here. See if we can get a signal with a probe. That sounds good. It's a little deeper than I thought. I thought it was like 2 inches. That first target was just a copper penny. Thought it was coming up like a quarter. There was 2 other targets in the area though. This one was low conductor. Okay, so we're getting a pretty good hit there. Okay, that was junk. If I can find the other one. Well, you can see that or not, but we'll try to dig it out. And that was a Krusty's ink penny, so that was all 3 targets. This one's hitting pretty good in the nickel zone. Looking pretty good. It's got to be a little bit deeper. Kind of rocky. Getting fairly decent. Down there pretty good. I wonder if this area is, I think it's been filled. Funny colored dirt and rocks. Okay, I lost it. Oh geez, I just opened my eyes there. It was a nickel. Must have fell out right over here. I didn't see it. Looks like a real shallow clad dime or copper penny. Not real, maybe 2-3 inches. Didn't look very deep. A couple inches. Actually, I don't know if that's a copper and a zinc or what. We'll find out. Let's see. Yeah, it was a copper and a zinc penny in the same hole.